Hello and welcome. Thank you for being here. Take a deep breath with me, just for a moment. Today, we're exploring the power of naming emotions for toddlers. It's not just a milestone, it's their first step toward emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence predicts a child's future well-being. It determines relationships, stress management, and decision-making. Today's session gives you a simple, powerful teaching tool, supported by science, delivered with care for intentional parenting. Let's begin with a story. Brief, but one that stayed with me for a long time. I was once observing a toddler, maybe 2.5, sitting on the floor beside her caregiver. She wanted a red crayon, but her sibling had it. She tried to grab it, the sibling screamed, the adult stepped in. A typical moment. But what struck me wasn't the conflict, it was the caregiver's response. She gently placed her hand on the toddler's shoulder and said, "I think you're feeling frustrated. You really wanted the red crayon." And then she paused. No correction. No redirection. Just presence and words. The toddler didn't say anything right away, but her shoulders softened. Her breathing steadied. Something had landed. That one sentence, naming the emotion without judgment, did something remarkable. It helped that child feel seen. And for toddlers, being seen isn't just a warm, fuzzy experience. It's the beginning of regulation, the start of insight, the opening to a deeper relationship with themselves and others. That moment has sat in the back of my mind for years, a quiet reminder that the work of naming emotions is so much more than a vocabulary lesson. It's a doorway. So, let's talk through 6 essential steps to help toddlers name their emotions. These steps aren't a checklist, but a rhythm for daily life. Step 1. Create emotional safety first. Before learning, toddlers need to feel safe, especially with emotions. If they're overwhelmed, it's not time for new words, it's time for calm. Be a soothing presence, showing calm is possible. Emotional naming comes later. Safety is the foundation. Step 2. Use simple, consistent emotion words. When they're calm, offer simple words for their feelings. Use core emotions: happy, sad, mad, scared, surprised. This helps toddlers match feelings with words and manage them over time. Step 3. Reflect, don't redirect. When toddlers have big feelings, our instinct is often to distract or fix. But instead of saying, "You're fine," try, "That made you really mad." This kind of reflection tells them their feelings make sense and that they're not alone in them. Step 4. Narrate your own feelings, gently. Say things like, "I'm feeling frustrated because I spilled my coffee." It shows toddlers that emotions are normal, not scary, and that we can talk about them calmly. Step 5. Use daily routines as teaching moments. Moments like brushing teeth or leaving the park are perfect chances to name feelings. "You're really happy in the bath," or "You seem nervous about brushing. Want to try first?" This helps toddlers build emotional language in real life, not just in lessons. Emotional literacy starts small, but it lasts a lifetime. Step 6. Stay patient and celebrate progress. Emotional learning takes time. There will be days when your toddler screams instead of speaking. Days when you try to reflect a feeling and they just throw a toy. And that's okay. This isn't about getting it right every time. It's about planting seeds, slowly and consistently. When children hear emotional words often, in real-life moments, spoken with warmth, those words start to become tools. And eventually, those tools become skills. You might not see change overnight, but little by little, you'll start to notice a shift. Fewer meltdowns, more words, more small pauses between a big feeling and a big reaction. And in that pause, everything can change. That's the power of emotional naming. It doesn't erase the feeling. It creates space around it, space to notice, to choose. And that's where growth happens. So celebrate those tiny moments. Name them too. "You used your words. That really helped." Or, "You told me you were mad instead of hitting. That's not easy." When you affirm not just the behavior but the emotional effort behind it, you reinforce the deeper skill. And if I can share just one personal reflection before we close, it's this. Children are incredibly empathetic by nature, but they need a map, one feeling at a time. I remember watching a group of toddlers play. One little boy tripped and began to cry, and another child, barely two, walked over and offered him her toy. Not because anyone told her to, but because she recognized sadness. She had been given the emotional language to notice and respond. That's what we're really doing here. Not just helping toddlers survive a tantrum, but giving them the tools to understand themselves and each other. We're building empathy, self-awareness, emotional regulation. This work is slow, it's gentle, it's powerful. Thank you for being here, for showing up with intention, and for walking beside your child as they grow. There's so much more to discover on this journey of thoughtful parenting, and I'm honored to be part of it with you.